Welcome to eXpansys TV. Today we're going to be looking at the Sony Ericsson XPERIA X1 that's just landed in stock today. So here's the packaging, and quickly having a look inside the box. We've got the Sony XPERIA itself, and take the foam padding out. You've got a little booklet with some important information. You've got Opera Mobile 9.5 booklet. You've got an explanation in a document about the panels on the XPERIA. You've also got a support card, a couple of other manuals, multimedia manual, getting started guide, and then you've got a software disc as well. On the other side here we've got some accessories, where we've got a battery, a mini USB cable, got a power charger here, UK one, which has actually got a USB connector on it. That's quite handy, and a little hands-free headset, and spare stylus because there's already one in the unit itself already. And starting up the Sony Xperia, you've got a pretty traditional Windows Mobile Today screen. Having a quick look around the device, it's got a beautiful slide action on the QWERTY keyboard, and it's also slightly curved as well, so when you open it, it kind of angles slightly better for when you're typing, as opposed to being straight like a lot of other devices. The finish is of a very high quality. It feels very metallic, doesn't feel plasticky really at all, and it's really the kind of finish you'd expect from a Sony Ericsson. So just looking around, obviously you've got the QWERTY keyboard, and it's a touchscreen as well. I should really use the stylus. So looking around, you've got some application buttons down here, and also buttons for answering calls and disconnecting calls. You've got a button here as well. Looking on the side, you've got a mini USB connector, which is pretty standard these days on Windows mobile devices. At the bottom you've got a little space for your lanyard, and then on the side here you've got a button for the camera, and then you've got a volume button. And at the top you've got the power button, and interestingly they've got a 3.5mm headset connector, or headphone connector, so you can put some serious headphones in there straight away without any need for an adapter. Then on the back you've got the camera, which is a 3.2 megapixel camera. Again, really nice brushed steel effect on the back of the battery cover. Just to show you where the memory card slot is, you have to take the battery cover off the back, and you'll find a little micro SD card slot just there. I'm not going to go into the standard Windows Mobile application bits of the device, because I think that's pretty much common knowledge. But what you do have that's extra on the Xperia is something called an application called Panels, which you can access by pressing the button on the bottom left hand side here. And that brings up a kind of, I guess, a set of panels of applications that you can access in different ways. If I click the button here, obviously you've got it in that kind of portrait format. If I open the keyboard up, it rearranges them to go into a landscape version of that. Now if I press this button in the left hand corner here as well, that'll change the way that you can access the panels, so it kind of puts them in a kind of overlaid card format. So now I can just click on one and open the application straight away. and then I just press on the panels button again to get back to panels. I can make the cards flow the other way, or I can go back to the main version. So again here, for instance, some of the standard applications are here. And obviously you've got not just Internet Explorer on this device, but you've got Opera 9.5, which is a really, really good browser. Again, that's just taking you back to the standard Today screen. And if I click on panels again, I can choose a slightly different Today screen. Again, closing the keyboard just changes it straight back to portrait mode. Just going over some of the specifications of this device. It includes UMTS data connectivity and also HSDPA. It's got 256 meg of RAM and 512 meg of flash memory. It's got Wi-Fi, it's got Bluetooth, which is version 2 with A2DP, and the size is 110mm by 16.7mm by 53mm. Unfortunately, I haven't got this device for very long, but looking at it, the screen quality is fantastic, the build quality is fantastic. I think a lot of people have been waiting for this device for a very, very long time, and I must say that in recent times with the Windows mobile devices that have come available, this is probably one of the best that I've seen, just from the fact that it's fast. It's got all the standard Windows mobile applications and more. The screen quality is fantastic, and the finish on the device is just second to none. So that's the Sony Xperia X1, and that's available at eXpansys.com today.